Today I want to talk about my M1 portfolio. If you're new to M1 or you don't have M1, you're kind of doing research to figure out if it's a platform for you. Hopefully this video will be somewhat insightful. I'm not going to go over M1 how-to and show you exactly how to utilize the platform, how it functions and operates, but I am going to go over my portfolio, how much I've invested, the current holdings that I have, so on and so forth. It's not going to be a deep dive into my portfolio, but I want to show what I have my holdings in for the month of January. We're just starting off 2022. I just started this M1 portfolio, I want to say in November. And so I'm going to go over, that I just started it, how much money I've invested, and what I have my holdings in. So if you think this video is for you, please stick around and hopefully you'll get some insightful info from it. So we'll go ahead and jump into my M1 portfolio here. So this is my current portfolio and the value of that. So I can show you fund history. I've personally put $350. So it doesn't show on this desktop version when I made those installments, but I set it up I put an initial investment of like 100, then another 100, and then I set it to $50 every 2 weeks because that's when I get paid. So this platform will auto invest. So you have these pies, sections of pies, and that pie has certain slices. So I have different slices here: dividends, healthcare, industrial, utilities, consumer, technology. You can name these whatever you want. I'll just let's go into industrial because I know there's a few. And whatever you name it, you can put stocks or shares that have that same or similar industry within that slice of your pie. So that's kind of how M1 is broken down, and it will kind of auto calculate based on the weight percentages that you give it. So see here, I've changed these over time. So this one's, I have 29% in this category, and my target is 20%. So that's another, beneficial thing. If you add to and want to change your percentages because you added more or took out some, then you can go in and manually input those. But it will run based on the percentage weights and the amount that it receives, and it'll auto distribute that money evenly. So it'll buy you fractional shares of your entire pie that you see here. So that's an advantage of M1. So I started this M1 as a way to invest into individual stocks or ETFs or whatever that I'm confident in and want to continue to put money in. So I'm not monitoring it, every week and buying when it's low and trying to sell when it's high. That's not what this platform is for. It's for me to kind of set it and forget it and check it every now and then and rebalance and restructure based on if new companies come out or whatever. So this is the main page, your portfolio. It'll show a value over time. Again, it shows my pie and the individual slices and the weight distribution of each. So again, kind of backtracking here, but the fund history, I've personally put $350 in here. We're at a value of $4.04.05, and then I have a remainder on top of that of $5.69. So you'll have this kind of cash balance because based on the amount that you get in the deposit and how it will evenly distribute it, it won't use up all the cash every single time, and that's why that's there. So if we go to activity, here's kind of my activity, my initial deposit, another deposit, sign up bonus. which I'll put a link in the description of this video. If you follow that link and sign up to M1, that affiliate link will allow you to get a $50 sign up bonus as well. So if you're interested in starting an M1, follow the link in the description, and you can get a free $50 to help you start investing. So I'm going to go on here, change my activity type to dividends only. So this portfolio is not a dividend portfolio. I don't have it set up just for dividend yields. I have it set up for growth. But you can see here from the past month, here's all the dividends that I was paid out for that month. Some dividend, if you have a dividend stock, ETF, fund, whatever, some will pay monthly, some will pay quarterly, some will pay yearly. So when, month to month, how much you get paid out and everything is going to kind of fluctuate. But here are the payouts that I got from Vanguard, Progressive, Union Specific, and then the mid and small cap of the Wisdom Tree. And then we'll go into my holdings, and maybe hopefully this will give you some insight of what kind of holdings to choose from. Again, I'm not going to make this I don't want this to be a super long, in-depth video of each one of these companies and why I chose them and so on and so forth. That's not what this video is for. There's reasons that I chose these. So I did a lot of research and, like watch videos of other individuals and why they chose them and so on and so forth. So hopefully, again, you can kind of choose, see what I have and why I chose them, and do your own research and decide if you want to invest in them. So I have 43 positions. Again, the cost basis and the value. So the platform has invested $394.57, and the value of those 43 positions with that investment is $404.05. So this will tell you your unrealized gains, and that's on these share prices going up. Some are up, some are down. It's going to change and vary. But I have a Schwab. This is an ETF. I think it's a great ETF to invest in and hold over time. Alpine Income Property, that's real estate. Johnson & Johnson. The Wisdom Tree, this is the mid cap. Verizon Wireless, 3M, AbbVie, Apple, Microsoft, Southern Company, NVIDIA, which is a good one. JP Morgan, Duke Energy, Vanguard utility ETF. That ETF just has a bunch of utilities within it. Visa, American Waterworks, American Express, Pfizer, Wisdom Tree, American Tower, Tesla, Costco. Costco's a big company. I would recommend doing your research on Costco for sure. Lockheed Martin, Disney, NEO, it's an electric car company, Progressive, Union Specific, Home Depot, Honeywell, Starbucks, Caterpillar, Waste Management, United Health Group, General Motors, GM, McDonald's, Skyworks Solutions, PepsiCo, Bank of America, Toyota Motor Corporation, Altria, Clorox, Procter & Gamble, and Leggett & Platt. That's what I have my holdings in. And you can, when you're looking at all your holdings like we are here, you can kind of segment it however you want. I think I have this set up for the unrealized gains. No, I think this was for values. So here's like the weight percentage based on how much money I have invested of who's gained me the most to who's provided me the least. And you can check those however you want. But that's my portfolio. Again, this is starting 2022. So I have a value of $400 starting 2022. And I think with just the little amount of money that I'm putting into M1, $100 a month, I think this is a easy beginner way to kind of get your feet wet if you're new to investing, especially new to M1. Don't want to throw a whole lot of money out there because you don't know what your risk tolerance and so on and so forth is. I think $100 a month is very reasonable, and then you can kind of see how the stock market works, how M1 platform works, how you can go in and tweak stuff here and there. I've changed it several times and added a few here and there and changed my percentage weights just in the month or a little over that I've had M1. So we'll see, at just over $400, $404 starting January 2022, we'll see how it grows over time. And I may, depending on what happens through the year, make special deposits other than the $100 a month. So we'll see. But I hope that you like this video and you'll come back month after month and we will check this and see how it's growing. And hopefully you can learn something from me that will help you in your investing. Again, I'll have a link for M1 down in the description. You can follow it and get yourself a free $50 to invest in your own portfolio.